The control room at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory was dead silent. Every monitor glowed in the dim light, painting nervous faces in blue. Normally, the hum of conversation and the rhythm of data filled the air, but not tonight. Because tonight, something had happened that no one could explain. At 3:47 a.m., NASA's Deep Space Network picked up a sudden shift in the trajectory of 3I Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar object to enter our solar system. For months, it had followed a stable orbit, a graceful arc that would sling it harmlessly around the sun and back into the void. But within a single hour, everything changed. The object had altered its path by 12 degrees. Its new heading pointed straight toward the sun. The first reaction was disbelief. Technicians thought the signal was glitched, corrupted, maybe solar interference. But when 3 separate observatories confirmed identical readings, the reality hit like a wave of cold air. Something, or someone, had changed the course of an object millions of miles from Earth. Dr. Evelyn Harker, head of the 3I Atlas observation team, stood frozen before the tracking display. "That's not possible," she murmured. "Natural forces don't do that." Within minutes, calls went out across continents. The European Space Agency, Japan's JAXA, and the Pentagon all demanded data. In Washington, NASA's administrator was pulled from bed. An emergency meeting was called. By dawn, the first briefing began. Satellite telemetry confirmed controlled acceleration. The thrust pattern was not random. It was deliberate. "This object is maneuvering," said mission analyst Thomas Eden, his voice trembling. "It's not tumbling. It's adjusting its trajectory like a vehicle under guidance." A murmur spread across the room. Someone whispered the word no one dared to say aloud: artificial. Within hours, the James Webb Space Telescope had been repositioned to observe the anomaly. When it locked on, it detected faint infrared emissions pulsing from the surface of 3I Atlas. The readings matched an earlier mysterious signal detected months before, a rhythmic pulse every 53 minutes and 42 seconds. The same pattern, the same frequency. "It's communicating again," said Dr. Harker quietly. The heat signatures revealed structured bursts originating from multiple points along the surface. It looked like propulsion, a slow, steady burn altering its course. But if this was an engine, it wasn't one made by human hands. By mid-morning, the world knew. A leak from the European Space Agency spread like wildfire. NASA confirms interstellar object changes course. Every news network erupted. Conspiracy theories exploded. Was it an alien probe, a natural anomaly, or something even stranger? Inside NASA, panic had already taken hold. The object wasn't simply moving toward the sun, it was accelerating. If it continued, it would reach the solar corona within 72 hours. No natural object could survive that heat. It should have disintegrated. Instead, it was getting stronger. At 1:15 p.m., the president was briefed. In the Situation Room, military commanders and scientists gathered around a glowing display showing the object's projected path. "Could it be falling apart?" the Defense Secretary asked. Dr. Harker shook her head. "No, sir. It's stabilizing. Whatever's inside that thing is active." Then came the data from the Parker Solar Probe, NASA's spacecraft orbiting dangerously close to the sun. Its sensors picked up a new signal, a sequence of pulses encoded in binary intervals. When translated, it formed a countdown. 48 hours. No one knew what it was counting down to. As the world watched the headlines unfold, scientists tried everything to explain it. But no natural process could account for the precision of 3I Atlas's movements. The pulses continued. The countdown ticked away. By midnight, the James Webb Telescope captured the clearest image yet. The object's surface was not rough or icy like a comet's. It was symmetrical, lined with sharp ridges that glowed faintly in infrared. They looked like panels or doors. "It's not a rock," whispered one engineer. "It's a structure." Hours later, new data arrived. Temperatures near the object were rising, but inside the object, sensors detected sudden cooling. It was generating a field, a barrier, something keeping the heat away as it neared the sun. "It's not falling in," said Dr. Harker. "It's entering." Her words stunned the room. The object wasn't spiraling out of control. It was heading deliberately into the sun, like it knew exactly where it was going. At 11:03 p.m., the Parker Solar Probe recorded its final transmission before being overwhelmed by solar radiation. In those last seconds, it detected a perfect sphere of electromagnetic interference forming around 3I Atlas, a cocoon of stability in the middle of the inferno. Then the feed went dark. For 2 full days, Earth heard nothing, no signal, no trace. 3I Atlas had vanished behind the sun. When it reappeared, it wasn't the same. At 7:14 a.m. on the third day, NASA's solar observatories went into overdrive. The sun erupted in an enormous flare, not chaotic, but patterned. The light pulses formed circles, symmetrical and timed. When the flare faded, telescopes across the world detected a new object emerging from the far side of the sun. It was 3I Atlas, glowing, reshaped, faster than ever before. Its velocity had doubled. Its surface radiated energy, metallic and bright. But it wasn't leaving the solar system anymore. It was heading inward, straight toward the inner planets, straight toward Earth's orbit. Alarms filled the room. Every NASA and Space Command station tracked the approach. Defense satellites locked on. Analysts ran simulations. "It's not colliding," said Dr. Harker. "It's observing." The object slowed as it approached Earth's orbit, holding perfectly steady relative to the sun, motionless, suspended in space. Then came the flashes. Morse-like bursts of visible light blinked from its surface, repeating in perfect rhythm. 3 flashes, a pause. 3 more, a pause. The same sequence it had sent months earlier. "They're sending a message," said Harker, "and they're close enough for us to see it." NASA scrambled to respond. Using the Deep Space Network, they transmitted a reply. A simple sequence of prime numbers encoded in light. Minutes passed. Then 3I Atlas answered. Its flashes intensified, forming geometric patterns in the dark. Circles, triangles, then a single image. A sphere surrounded by smaller orbits. The unmistakable shape of our solar system. The room fell silent. No one spoke. The meaning was clear. "They know where they are," whispered an engineer, "and they know we're watching." As the flashes faded, 3I Atlas began to drift again. Not away, but upward, climbing back toward interstellar space. Within hours, it vanished from every radar. The sun's glare swallowed it whole. NASA released a brief statement to the press. 3I Atlas has completed its solar passage. The object shows signs of natural fragmentation. No threat to Earth. But behind closed doors, that explanation didn't hold. The object hadn't fragmented. It had transformed. Weeks later, strange signals began echoing once again across the Deep Space Network. Faint, rhythmic pulses from the direction of the sun. The same 53-minute pattern. Somewhere beyond the light, 3I Atlas was still out there. Alive, silent, and watching. And inside NASA's locked briefing rooms, one question haunted every conversation. If it came this close once, would it come again?